There's a new story making the rounds about the world's most critical shipping lane. We're talking about the Strait of Hormuz. According to one viral video, the old rules, they just don't apply anymore. The balance of power has been, supposedly, completely upended. And the big question is, who's in charge now? Let's break down the story it tells.
This one quote, it's really the foundation for this entire narrative. It's an incredibly blunt declaration that everything we thought we knew about the Strait of Hormuz has, according to this source, been completely turned on its head.
So what does this supposed power shift actually look like? Well, the source builds its case on three main pillars: military dominance, economic leverage, and a totally new diplomatic game. Let's dig into the first one. The story kicks off with a visual that would have been, completely unthinkable just a couple of years ago. A massive traffic jam at the world's most important oil choke point. But in this narrative, this gridlock isn't some accident. It's a deliberate show of control.
According to the source, these aren't just ships waiting their turn. They're portrayed as vessels from powerful nations, all forced to sit and wait and ask for permission to pass. Iran is basically cast as the ultimate gatekeeper, holding the keys to the waterway that carries what, a fifth of the entire world's oil supply?
So, how did this all happen? How did we get here? The source argues that it all started with a direct military showdown, where the traditional powerhouse in the region was, allegedly, completely outmaneuvered. What we're looking at here is what the source presents as a complete role reversal. The claim is the U.S. Navy showed up to enforce a blockade, but instead, they found themselves totally powerless. The intended show of force, according to this video, ended with Iran just escorting its own ships right through, and the U.S. basically having to admit defeat. And they put a number on it: 80. The source alleges that 80 Iranian ships sailed right through that attempted blockade, often with a full naval escort. They turned a U.S. challenge into a demonstration of Iran's own maritime power. And this kind of defiant language, well, it's basically the exclamation point on their military claims. The narrative is crystal clear. In this new reality, it's Iran, not the United States, that calls the shots in the Strait of Hormuz. But according to the source, this asserted military control isn't just for show. The next step in their story is all about converting that dominance directly into economic leverage. So the narrative then puts international shipping firms in a really tough spot. It presents them with this stark choice. Do you pay Iran a toll to get through, or do you just let your billion-dollar cargo ships sit there and rust? According to the video, that choice is pretty simple. And here's the ripple effect they lay out. The source argues that, of course, companies will pay the fee, and that cost, it gets passed on to distributors, then it gets passed to retailers, and you guessed it, it finally lands with consumers all over the world. The end result?